A very fresh morning to one and all present here. How are you all? I hope you all are fit, fine, and healthy. Today we'll begin with the class ninth revision for your periodic test 2. So we'll discuss the first poem from the Beehive of class ninth textbook, that is on page number 41 of your Beehive textbook. So the first lesson is Rain on the Roof. So in this video, we will discuss and revise this poem. We'll begin with the introduction, its main objectives of the why this poem is written, and further we'll discuss about these each stanza and its question answers. Okay, so let us begin. As you can see in the picture, what do you find in the picture? Yes, you can see that the rain droplets are falling on a hand. So it is a picture depicting the rain. Correct? So here the objectives of this poem written by Coates Kinney. The main objective is to explore and evaluate the importance of rain. So we all love rainy season and we all want to explore. So here the main objective of Coach Skinny is that we can learn to explore and appreciate this amazing rainfall and to evaluate the importance of rain. What is the importance of rain? Because as every season passes, it just passes by, nobody feels anything. So your poets ask us to feel and to realize the importance of rain. In the second objective is to analyze and infer the importance of our mothers in our life. We all love our mothers, there is no doubt in it, but here he states that his mother is no more, and he wants us to appreciate the efforts made by our mother. Not just mother, our parents, but in this poem, like his mother is no more, and this rain, by this when the rain falls, her memories flashbacks in front of his eyes, and he recalls all his mother memories. So here he also states that the importance of our mother in our life. Third is to construct academic and figurative language. That is, you'll come across many figure of speech in this poem, so that you can you can construct the academic and figurative language. Moving on to the quote Skinny, Rain on the Roof. From the title of the poem, Rain on the Roof, we can make out that the poem is about the rain, correct? From the title itself, it is about the rain. The poet is telling us about the memories he has of the rain. The sound of the raindrops falling on the roof of his house brings back sweet memories of the past. Okay, so these are the elements of the poem, and this is written by Coates Kinney. And this poem depicts about the rainy season, how he recalls all his memories, and how this rain brings back the sweet memories of the poet of his past. So let us begin with the poem. Okay, the elements of the poems are, it is rhyme, rhythm, imagery, figures of speech are used here, simile, personification, and all the rest is shown on the display. Moving on this to the sequence of the poem. The poet was laying on the bed, as you can see in the picture, and he heard the rain. So in the first stanza, he discusses about the physical qualities of the rain while it patters on the roof. So in the first stanza, he discusses about the physical quality of the rain. In the second stanza, he explains his feelings and thoughts when it falls on the roof. First, when the rain falls, he states about the physical qualities, and in the next paragraph, he discusses about his feelings and thoughts when the rain falls on the roof. And in the third, his thoughts eventually lead him to his mother. He recalls what his mother did for him and recollects the memories of his past with her. So here in the third paragraph, his mother's memories recalls him by the droplets of the rain, When the rain patters on the roof, he thoughts about his mother, that what all the things his mother used to do for him, and recollects the memories of his past with his mother, and he describes these emotions in this poem. The first stanza says, when the humid shadows hover over all the starry spheres, and the melancholy darkness gently weeps in rainy tears. What a bliss to press the pillow of a cottage chamber bed and lie listening to the patter of the soft rain overhead. So here beautiful words has been used in this poem. The poet is saying that when the humid shadows hover, that means humid shadows hover means dark clouds which are full of water, okay, it arrives near our place. The poet is saying that when the sky is full of these clouds, these black clouds filled with water, which are moisture laden, are full of water and are about to bring rain. When such clouds hover around in the sky over all the starry spheres refers to the sky at night which is full of stars. So here he says that the humid shadows, that means the clouds which are dark clouds which are filled with water, which are moisture laden, and when it they are scattered around the starry sphere, it means the sky full of stars. When these clouds are scattered in the starry sphere, that means in the sky full of stars, at that time huge clouds which are full of moisture move around in the sky, and the sad darkness of the night is wiped off by the raindrops which seem like tears falling from the sky. So here he says that the huge clouds which are moisture laden, when they move around in the sky, so when the darkness of the night is being wiped off by these clouds, by these humid shadows, they are wiped off by the raindrops, which seems like like tears falling from the sky. Wonderful poem it is. The poet is comparing raindrops to tears, correct? And he says that the dark sky, which seems to be very sad, it appears as if it is crying, and the raindrops are the tears shed by it. So he says that when it is raining, it feels like the dark night is crying, and the tears are the raindrops. They are wiping off all the darkness from the sky. He adds that it is a like blessing to lie on the bed in this cottage chamber, that means his bedroom. So it is like sheer blessing to lie on the bed when outside the rain is falling, and listen to the sound made by raindrops falling on the roof. So it is like a sheer blessing to lie on the bed and to experience this raindrops falling on the roof, and the sound that comes out of the roof, it's like a sheer blessing for him. In the second stanza, every tinkle on the shingles has an echo in the heart, and a thousand dreamy fancies into busy being start, and a thousand recollections weave their air threads into woof as I listen to the patter of the rain upon the roof. So here the poet is expressing his feelings when he hears the raindrops falling on the rooftop of his house. So here the poet is expressing his feelings, that how he feels when the raindrops are falling on the roof of his house. He says that every tinkle on the shingles has an echo in the heart. So these every droplets, that every tingle sound that is made on the shingles, that has an echo in the heart. He feels deep inside his heart. Shingles means rectangular wooden tiles used on roofs. So when every tinkle means every droplets falling on the shingles, that means that rectangular wooden tiles, when the rain falls on these tiles, that has the same, that now that sound produced has an echo in his heart. Whenever he hears rain falling on the rooftop, The sound repeats in his heart and in his dreams. He has many different fanciful imaginations, as we can understand by the every word in the each line. He has fanciful imaginations. He adds that the sound of the rain falling on the rooftop creates many new different dreams in his mind. So he recalls all the his emotions when he had faced this rainfall, and he shares his experience with us through this poem. He recollects many memories of the past which comes back into his mind as dreams. So he says that as he listens to the patter of the rain upon the roof, he has many new dreams in his mind, and the memories of the past come back in the form of dreams. So he is dreaming, like when he hears this pattering sound, he is having echo in his heart, and he recalls all his past memories in the form of a dream. The third stanza. Now in memory comes my mother, as she used in years agone to regard the darling dreamers ere she left them till the dawn. Oh, I feel her fond look on me as I list to this refrain, which is played upon the shingles by the patter of the rain. So here the poet introduces his mother. He says that he is dreaming of his mother. As he had told in the previous stanza that rain brings memories of the past, it is the memory of his mother who is no longer alive. In the past, she used to love him a lot. She used to consider him a darling, and she would let him sleep till daybreak and have sweet dreams. The poet can still feel that his mother is looking at him as he listens to the song made by the raindrops falling on the top of his room. When he listens to this song that is made out of the rain patting on the roof, he recalls all his past memories, and now this memory has bring the memories of his mother. The sound of the rain makes him correlate his past with his present. Correct? That is why the poet is moved by the sound of the raindrops on the shingles of his room. Whenever he hears this sound, it brings back memories of the past, and he is reminded of his mother. Okay, so now we have understood we have taken the introduction. Now recap. Now it's time for the question answers. Okay, I hope you understood this poem. In each stanza, he has described about his mother, about how he recalls all his past memories by the song of the raindrops falling on the roof of his chamber, that is on his bedroom. So here he describes all his emotions about his mother, how she used to love him, and all. So now we'll move up to question answers, that is on your page number 42 of your Beehive textbook. The first question is, what do you think these sub phrases mean to you? Discuss in class. Number first is, you meet shadows. Correct? You meet shadows. What these mean to you? The answer is dark clouds. You meet shadows. That means dark clouds covered with water, filled with water. Second is cherry spheres. As we discussed in the first stanza itself, cherry spheres means bloom and bright sky filled with lot of stars. C is what a bliss. That means what a joy. Correct? He found, it's like a blessing to lie on a bed, and then he finds as a blessing to lie on a bed and listen to this wonderful song created by the raindrops on falling on the roof. Fourth is a thousand dreamy fancies into busy being start. That means imagine. He's imagining there are thousand dreamy fancies into busy being start. So in his dream, he He's imagining these thousand dreamy fancies. This word, this phrase means imagining. E is a thousand recollections weave air threads into woof. That means reminiscing in the past. That means he's recalling all the things of his past, and he's recollecting all the memories, and he shares his emotions and thoughts with us in this poem. So this was your question number 1 of your exercise, thinking about the poem. So I hope you can memorize these question answers and understand each question carefully. Okay. What does the poet like to do when it rains? That is your question number 2. What does the poet like to do when it rains? So, so what does he like to do when it rains? He likes to lie on his bed, pressing his head against the pillow and listen to the song played by the raindrops on his roof. So this was the answer number 2, and the rest of the answers we'll discuss. Before that, let us understand the glossary which is going to definitely come in the exam. The first glossary is tinkle. Tinkle means short, light ringing sounds. I'll ask you to learn it with me only. Tinkle means short, light ringing sounds that is made by the raindrops. Correct? Shingles means rectangular wooden tiles used on roofs. Woof means weft, that is the threads woven across the loom. Ere means old poetic word for before. So it is an old poetic word before, so we use it ere, E-R-E, ere. Refrain, a repeated part of a song or a poem. Hear the sound of the rain. Okay, the sound of the rain keeps on repeating, correct? So here it is refrain. List means old poetic word for listen. So list is used for listen. That is in our last paragraph. Correct? It is in the last paragraph. As I list to this refrain, which is played upon the shingles by the chatter of the rain. So list means listen. Air means old poetic word for before. Tinkle means short light ringing sounds. Shingles means rectangular wooden tiles used on the roofs. Woof means weft, that is threads woven across the loom. Air means before. Refrain means a repeated part of the song or a poem. Correct? So these are the glossary words of your poem. Now we'll have a quick summary of what we learned in the Rain on the Roof. Rain on the Roof. Correct? So there are 3 paragraphs. This poem is written by Coates Kinney, and in the first paragraph he describes how the clouds has become, and the starry spheres. He talks about starry spheres, that is the sky filled with stars. And he says that how these raindrops, he compares the raindrops with the tears, okay, coming out of the cloud. And he says that it is a bliss, it is like a true blessing for him, it is a true joy for him to press the pillow against his head under this cottage chamber bed, that is his bedroom, and lie listening to the patter of the soft rain overhead. In the second paragraph he describes that he is imagining about his past memories. Now he recalls all his past memories. In the third paragraph, the memories of his mother arrives, and who she used in years agone. That means she is now no more, and he describes how she used to love him and he used to call him darling. And before she left them till the dawn, oh, I feel her fond look on me. He remembers all his sweet mothers, all his dream, what she used to do for him, and everything. So this was a wonderful poem written by Coates Kinney. I hope you will learn the question answers and memorize the story of it and memorize the glossary. And I hope you know how to use these glossary words for making a sentence. So make sure you learn all the question answers and glossary of this poem. And in our next video, we will discuss about the rest of the question answers of the poem along with the next lesson's explanation. Thank you.